because fighting in SAR is not a fight of who will destroy his enemy more quick, like in CSGO or stuff. It's a fight of opportunities. Hello friends, as I'm going to start coaching soon, just like a little hobby between preparing for exams, I wanna talk about one of the most fundamental things in Super Royale, and that is capitalizing on your ability to stay safe most of the time. So, for example, if you're watching a modern tournament, for example, 2 years ago tournament, 3 years ago tournament, or modern tournament, and you're rooting for someone really good, you still cannot certainly know, or almost certainly know, that he will score top 7 or top 5, because here is lots of random things that can happen. For example, this guy who you're rooting for can get unlucky, he can get third-partied, make a little mistake and die, or he can get extremely unlucky with position of enemies around the map, and lots of different stuff. But if you were watching a SAR tournament, for example, actually, yeah, 3 years ago or 4 years ago, yeah, I know. Then, if you're rooting for someone really good, for example, for Plain Ball of Rice, or Gloomy, or me, or somebody else, you can almost certainly know that if he will not score top 5 or top 7, that means that he made a huge mistake, or maybe he get destroyed by player almost as good as he is, because there is almost no other way to die. It's mistake or huge outplay. So why is that so different between the times? Because in Super Royale you can stay safe as long as you want while you have territory. And if you're exploiting that ability to stay safe well, and you're also gaining loot, gaining territory, do pew, then of course you will have territory, so you cannot die. And today I'll explain that. So SAR is a 4-dimensional space in which you can move really quickly, and you also can choose where to go depending on how terrain looks in that space, and you won't spare huge amount of time if you need to go more safe way, for example. And if your enemy sees you, he cannot pew you if he reacts to your movement once you dodge his bullets. It's also kinda impossible for him to catch up to you if you're starting running as quick as you did, or if you're shooting back and stuff. And here is also, it's very easy to predict where masses of players will come, so you can also plan your match very quickly. All that means is that you need to exploit your ability to stay safe in every situation, even if you're doing 1v1, because fighting in SAR is not a fight of who will destroy his enemy more quick, like in CSGO or stuff. It's a fight of opportunities, because here is lots of ways to gain advantage on your enemy in a certain second or 2 seconds, and that stuff. And you can pretty much move around your enemy as long as you want without taking a single bullet, if you're doing it right. Maybe you will take 1 or 2 bullets if you wanna move very aggressively and stuff, but you can pretty much move around your enemy without taking bullets. You can reset your fight, you can pick with angles that your enemy will be extremely uncomfortable for. You can move around your enemies that way that you will gain advantage with your weapon and lots of different stuff. Actually, here's lots of ways to gain advantage of your enemy. It's extreme amount of ways. You most likely don't use them all. Really, extreme amount of ways. So the essential thing in SAR is to learn to gain advantage on your enemy while fighting him. So if you want to do that, you need to exploit your ability to stay safe in a fight as much as possible. You can try just making contact with your enemy without taking bullets and just go in the game and try it. If you're doing it with like, you know, melee in your hands, if you're not going where it's danger to go, if you're not going if it's super mega obvious, you will certainly see that it's easy to not take damage while in contact with your enemy. So if you use it right, you can always or almost always gain lots of different types of advantage on your enemy. And if it's kinda impossible, then why you even need to fight him? You don't need. And in the finals, you need a territory. And if you want a territory, you need to firstly understand in which sides players are on. Because in almost every match, like if you will see some tournaments, no matter all tournaments or modern tournaments, and you will watch on the map in the finals, you will most likely see that here is side of the map without players almost, and side of the map where here is extreme amount of players. And that happens almost every match. Actually, you need to understand that. Almost every match here is a zone with lots of players, if with no players. You can also predict that zones very easily once you get used to it. And if you want a territory, you, like, to be honest, the easiest way to gain territory in the finals is to shoot every side. Just shoot left, shoot right, shoot up, shoot down, without knowing if here is enemies or not, because you will scare away some dudes and you will shoot some dudes. You know. And once you get pushed, you also can use your advantage of staying safe if you have territory. So you will use your territory to gain territory and stuff. Yeah, I know I'm doing it without scenario, so we'll take a break. So the reason why it's so important is because SAR is not just block, parry, dodge. It's block, parry, dodge, morph, chamber, axel, drag, alt attack, and some magic spells if you're experienced player. And you won't understand lots of things if you won't let yourself be flexible in fight. You pretty much won't understand the game if you will not be able to exploit your safety as much as you can. So that's why you need to try it. So that was a little tale about why you should always prioritize the defensive counter-offensive moves in SAR. First you dodge, then attack. And if you enjoyed this video, you can also watch some of my guides about mechanics, and you can DM me if you wanna try coaching with me. I never tried at that point. И надеюсь, что на английском я буду сложно это делать. Скорее всего, буду отказываться по полной на английском это делать. А вот на русском другое дело. And have a good day.